A funereal atmosphere at Reform UK headquarters this week as my good friend and Reform UK leader Richard Tice apologised after sacking an inactive candidate who turned out to be dead. I'll be honest, the political establishment are so useless these days, on the left and the right, I'm wondering whether a dead candidate might do a better job. Now, Reform UK have run urgent medical checks on all of their other candidates, blood pressure, pulse, breathing, and they are all found to be alive and well. For example, the prospective parliamentary candidate for Eastbourne is the very talented Abraham Lincoln, who famously ended slavery and won the US Civil War. And now the big man wants to bring down taxes and end wokery in our institutions. Running in Shipley, Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, stopped people in their tracks with his incredible music, and now Elvis is going to stop the boats. The candidate for South Devon is one John Lennon, who's going to axe net zero. He wants to give gas a chance. And last but not least, Jesus Christ, running in Bradford West. Finally, a politician that walks on water. Although Nigel Farage and Jesus in one party, that's two big personalities. How will that work? Now, competition for the Friday Night Live Wrong About Everything award is always hotly contested. But this week it surely goes to the Labour Party, who just a few weeks ago tweeted their support for trans madness. This was a tweet read by 8.8 million people, but with just 4,500 likes. In social media terms, that's what they call death by ratio. The Labour leader Starmer has notoriously tied himself in knots struggling to define what a woman is, even though he's married to one. And under fire, Angela Rayner, who identifies as a ginger woman always in trouble, said anyone expressing concerns about children being transitioned is guilty of hate speech. Well, since the devastating Cass review, which says that the NHS has damaged children physically and psychologically by transitioning them, we've had a disingenuous, vomit-inducing change of tone from the likes of Shadow Home Secretary Yvette Cooper, who had the brass neck to say that lessons must be learned. What? In the Labour Party? And Wes Streeting, who expressed regret over saying the following sentence. He said, "All trans women are women. Get over it." But Labour's deep ability to be on the wrong side of every story goes beyond trans madness. Wrong on lockdowns, of which they wanted more. Wrong on masking, which was about as useful as a sweatband on Prince Andrew. Wrong on school closures, which Starmer said were inevitable. Wrong on taking the knee to BLM, which proved to be a corrupt, divisive neo-Marxist organisation that makes Hamas look quite sweet. Wrong on Brexit, as Starmer tried to reverse it. Wrong on energy, as they bet the house on flaky renewables. Wrong on Jeremy Corbyn, who Starmer wanted to be PM. The list goes on. In fact, Labour are so wrong about everything, I wouldn't be surprised if Starmer was behind the all-female reboot of Ghostbusters. I blame him. And James Blunt's difficult second album. Oh. Tickets have just gone on sale for Glastonbury this week, and demand is, as ever, very high. But don't worry, with old political Nostradamus Sir Keir Starmer in charge for 5 years, by 2029, we'll all be living in a field, unwashed, sleeping in tents, relieving ourselves behind a bush and waiting for our dealer to arrive with a family pack of ketamine just to dull the pain. Nostradamus Keir Starmer in charge for 5 years. Just imagine. Can you imagine it? Now, the Tories are terrible, don't get me wrong, but replacing them with Starmer's Labour is a bit like replacing your rubbish boyfriend with someone even worse that you found on Tinder, someone with tattoos, a motorbike, and still living with his mother. Swipe left at the next election at your peril. I might go celibate.
Oh?